Hello friends, welcome my channel. On January 29th, a plane was flying in the United States, American Airlines Flight 5342. There were 64 people on board. The pilots of the plane were Samuel Lilly and Jonathan Campus. The plane took off from the city of Wichita in the U.S. and was scheduled to land at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, located just 5 miles from the U.S. Capitol, Washington, D.C. Friends, the journey was going smoothly. The airport was nearby, and the plane was about to land. It was around 9 p.m. Passengers were preparing to disembark. But at that very moment, something unimaginable happened. Friends, this airport is situated near a river called the Potomac River. The runway is right next to the river. The plane was flying over the river, just 730 meters from the airport and at an altitude of only 400 feet, as it was moments away from landing. However, the pilots had no idea that a helicopter was about to cross their path. That was a military helicopter with 3 U.S. soldiers on board, piloted by Captain Rebecca Lebeck. The helicopter was also flying over the same river at the time. Many military helicopters fly in this area, but they are operated with extreme caution due to the proximity of the airport, where planes frequently take off and land. Therefore, meticulous planning is done before flying these helicopters, and every detail is carefully considered. However, the air traffic controller at the airport contacted the helicopter and asked if they could see any planes nearby. The military pilot responded that they did see a plane. The issue was that the military pilot was looking at a different plane, possibly one taking off from the airport, and did not notice the plane that was about to land. Before the air traffic controller could issue further instructions or warn the soldiers, the helicopter collided with the plane. A loud explosion occurred, and both the plane and the helicopter crashed into the Potomac River, resulting in a total of 67 fatalities. This is an extremely bizarre incident. How could such a collision occur in such a critical area where numerous planes operate? The investigation report will come later, but there are some mistakes that likely led to this tragedy. First, the helicopter was operating under Visual Flight Rules, VFR, which require the pilot to visually confirm that no other aircraft are nearby. The problem was that there were only 3 people on the helicopter, whereas there should have been 4, 2 pilots and 2 additional crew members to monitor nearby aircraft, especially at night. Secondly, the helicopter was supposed to fly at an altitude of 200 feet, but at the time of the incident, it was flying higher. If it had been at 200 feet, the accident might not have occurred. It is also possible that the helicopter pilot was not wearing night vision goggles. At that time, it was nighttime, and the airport lights were reflecting off the river, which may have made it difficult for the soldiers in the helicopter to spot the plane. Lastly, the plane was instructed to land on a different runway at the last moment. This is a normal procedure, but the plane slightly altered its path before landing, which might have contributed to the accident. There may also have been an error on the part of the air traffic controller, but that will only be determined later. At last, the passengers on the plane lost their lives, and their families' lives were forever changed due to someone else's mistake. Finally, if you have any thoughts on this, please share them.